Welcome to MMA Noise. I'm Mike Stracco along with Frankie the Answer Edgar. Frankie's phone is going off. You want to pick that up? It's probably Renee.
No, I don't know who it is.
Chad Mendes, guy that you've probably followed, throughout most of his career. A lot of people say he's similar to you. What do you think is in store for this fight?
Yeah, it's going to be an action-packed fight. Chad's been on top of this division for a very long time. In my eyes, he's number 2 behind Aldo. I know he did lose to McGregor, but until he kind of got tired, he was having his way with him. So I think the winner of this fight is definitely the number 1 contender. Especially myself being on a 4-fight win streak right now.
Did you just say he's number 2 behind Aldo?
I'm saying as far as the rest of the division, I think he's the number 2 guy.
What about you?
Yeah, well, I'm saying not including myself, obviously.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Just checking.
I'm saying for me to fight, he's the number 2 guy for me to fight behind, toughest guy for me to fight behind Aldo.
Everybody at your camp, at Ricardo Almeida and Mark Henry and Renzo Gracie Academy, they all say that you're the inspiration for the team. What do you attribute to your work ethic?
I don't know. I'm just a competitive person, and I want to always push myself. When I got into this sport, I knew I didn't want to be just average. I wanted to be the best, and I know in order to achieve that, you got to always work hard. And I don't try to be the most inspiring guy. I just go in there and just punch the clock and get my work done. Yesterday on Facebook,
Ricardo Almeida put a really nice post up about you, saying that you're inspirational. You've got the footwork of a master. When you look at a guy like Ricardo, who's been there, done it all, been king of pancrase, UFC veteran. When somebody like that says that about you, what do you think?
Just because it's Ricardo, more than anything he's accomplished, just because of who he is to me, it means the world. He's my instructor. He gave me my black belt, and he's been in my corner for all my big fights. And when someone like that, who I look up to tremendously, talks about that like myself, it's everything.
I've known you for a long time, and I think you're so much more relaxed now, especially in this setting, than you were in the beginning. What have you learned as far as just media and how to deal with media throughout the years?
Just be yourself and don't take it so seriously. I've done millions of these now, so now it's kind of second nature, and I just don't care what people have to say. I'm just going to be myself and just ride with it.
I still think you're one of the pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, and I think a lot of, even if media doesn't think so and fans don't know, everybody I talk to who's a UFC fighter agrees with me. That's got to mean something to you as well.
For sure, man. I think when your peers definitely give you credit, that means more than anything, because they're doing what you're doing, and it's all love, man. So I appreciate it.
So what's your prediction for Conor versus Jose Aldo?
I really don't know. I'm gonna go with Aldo. He's been on top for such a long time. I'm surprised that he's an underdog. I think it's kind of ridiculous. Guy hasn't lost in a really long time. But anything can happen. McGregor has definitely been holding his own in there and doing it in pretty good fashion. But I think Aldo's gonna take it.
I think Conor is he's a phenomenon like no other. I mean, the guy backs up his talk. I've never seen anybody more confident in my life.
Yeah, you could. You can't just talk about it if you don't back it up.
Right.
You'll be forgotten about. People don't want to hear what you're saying. He's been backing it up. I think he's had some good matchups for himself and some favorable situations where Chad's coming in on short notice. But this is gonna be the biggest test right here for him. If
you could name the biggest test of your career, what do you think that would be?
I think for me it was probably coming in fighting BJ Penn for that title. I mean, at the time he was a killer. He was just running through everybody in the division. No one can even come close to even touching him. I don't think he even lost a round at 55. At that time. So for me, to go in there being a young kid and that was the time when they really didn't have many contenders, and they kind of I was able to get that shot. A lot of people just write me off, so I had to go in there and make sure to believe in myself, and for me to do that was a stepping stone for myself.
One of the things I'll never forget is the third fight with BJ, when he sort of announced his retirement. He said, I can't handle guys like Frankie Edgar. What did you think when you heard him say that?
Yeah, I wasn't surprised. Time is not good to anybody, and it catches up to everybody. And I felt I wasn't a guy that's half in the gym when I fight or this and that. I'm in the gym since I got into the sport, and I've gotten better and better and better, and I'm better than I was last week, and that's just how it is.
Now you have the record for most strikes landed, most minutes in the octagon, probably have most takedowns, I think. You're going to go in the Hall of Fame. You know that, right?
I'm not really thinking that right now. When time comes for that, that'd definitely be a big achievement. Hey, it's Frankie Edgar. You're watching MMA Noise on Louder Noise.